Welcome to the Craze in 10 or less. This is the show where I give it to you in 10 minutes or under. And if I don't, it just won't happen. Anyway, last week we talked about Marvel breaking up with Diamond. And we talked about what I would have done had I been Diamond. Now, there's a new kid on the block. Comic Distro. That's the topic of the day. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. Stop acting up. Let's get it. So, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So last week, do you remember, were you with me when I talked about Marvel leaving Diamond and moving on as of October? And I said, what would I do if I was on the board of Diamond? How I would have muscled innovation, had print on demand on top of distribution, so you can double dip, right? You have all the publishers print with you. This way, the stores make the orders. You print and ship, right? No muss, no fuss. Just send a check to the publishers. All you have to do is upload the file, have an app, right? Make it easy. So what would I do if I was sitting in the boardroom with Diamond right now? Number one, I'd be pissed off because, like, why did we fall asleep at the wheel? How come we didn't anticipate this? Why didn't we innovate? So if I was one of the biggest distributors, one of the things I would have wanted to do, one of the things I would have done was create an online catalog that provides two options. Print on demand that's linked to the creator's print on demand site, and an order base directly from the website by a retailer, making it easier, making it seamless. Creating a hub, a one-stop shop, where if I was Diamond and during the Diamond era, I would have invested in a printing and company as well. Make it easy. Well, here comes Comic Distro. My boy Tracy Alford hits me up. Yo, Sam, did you check this out? I looked at the link. I was like, this sounds pretty familiar. Sounds exactly like what I was talking about, right? Let me look into this. So if you go to their website, comicdistro.com, it's currently in beta, right? They're trying to build their business. They have a couple of small publishers, but they're trying to get a lot. And they're going to launch, Comic Distro officially launches April 18th, 2021. And when you go to the About page, now, again, it's Comic Distro, exactly how I said it. comicdistro.com. On the About page, here's the mission: to enable comic publishers and retailers to be successful in the business of comics. Sounds cool. It's cool enough, right? No harm. Comic Distro provides a solution for comic book publishers looking to sell their publications directly to comic book retailers. Comic Distro bypasses the traditional direct market comic book distribution system and allows for publishers and retailers to directly engage with each other. Engagement in a world of social distancing. Go figure. Anyway, then it says, in quotes, we aim to democratize the business of comic book distribution to be more accessible and practical for comic book publishers and retailers. Austin Asuke, founder. That sounds cool. So let's get into the details. I want to know more. Right? So comic book publishers upload their files to Comic Distro. Print on demand. They set pricing and printing details for their books. Retailers visit Comic Book Distro to discover and buy comic books for their stores. Robinson Anderson Print and Fulfillment is an established comic book printing company that handles the orders, printing, and shipping of comic books to stores. Again, Robinson Anderson Print and Fulfillment is an established comic book printing company that handles the orders, printing, and shipping of comics to stores. Publishers are notified whenever the books are sold. From there, they log into Comic Distro to access real-time sales reports and receive payment from Comic Distro. Comic Distro provides other resources on the platform, such as the ability for comic book publishers and retailers to directly communicate with each other through messaging. That sounds amazing, but that can get a little hairy, and I'll explain why. Comic book publishers or retailers can also post articles about their businesses and projects for additional visibility. So they have a forum. I haven't used a forum in a long time, but they have a forum. And Comic Distro's operational model is dedicated and solely focused on the comic book industry, the publishers, the printers, and the retailers. Narrow focus, singular, comic books, retail, creators. That's it. Not toys, movies, memorabilia. So they have, 5 key points. Easy to use, get to the market fast, keep control, make more money, grow your business. Then they close with this. The traditional direct market comic book distribution system often exposes comic book retailers to many financial risks and operational challenges. They also cripple the ability for a comic book publisher to operate as a sustainable business. Comic Distro is the platform where comic book publishers and retailers can directly work together and build their comic book business. Who wouldn't want that? It's crazy. So I was like, I want some more. I want a little more. I mean, you gave me the appetizers. I have my starter drink, my cocktail. I'm feeling nice, right? I want a little more. So I start looking through. I'm scrolling, and there's a facts and questions, right? So let's see what are some of the facts and questions. And they have it broken down for comic book creators, for product details, for payment policy, for comic retailers, and for order fulfillment. So they're broken up into 5. So now I'm going to go to comic book creators, and they have a whole list. And I recommend that you go to this site. And Comic Distro. Anybody within the organization, I'd love to have you on Catch The Craze, and because I sent an invite, I'm waiting for a response. But I'd love to have you on the show, on our parent show, which is Catch The Craze. This is the Craze Intent Less. It's a smaller segment. But I'd like really to go into details on the hows, the whys, and all that other stuff, because we represent the indie community, and this would be a great platform to share that information. So check your emails, because I sent you an email. I hope you say yes. So what is Comic Distro? Comic Distro is an online platform that helps publishers sell their books directly to retailers. Comic Distro reimagines comic book distribution. Do I need an account? Yes. All books created on Comic Distro require an account. To create a comic book account, go to our registration page. Will Comic Distro lay out or edit my content? No. All content, interior, and covers are created by you. Perfect. Is Comic Distro a publisher? Comic Distro is not a publisher, but we instead provide users with a platform to publish their own content. Simple. There's a whole extension there. And I'm not going to go into it. Just wanted to know yes or no. What is print on demand? If you don't know that, I don't know what to tell you. So, how does the printing cost work? Most important one. I was looking for that one, right? So, Comic Distro calculates the cost of printing a book based on the information, the type of book format, number of pages, etc. the creator enters when they upload or edit their book on the platform. The printing costs are set by Anderson Print and Fulfillment. Who pays for printing and shipping? The books are produced based on print on demand. Therefore, the buyer is paying for the book printing and shipping by the volume of their order. What is wholesaling? Wholesaling is the act of selling your products in bulk to another retailer, usually at a discounted price, who then sells the product to their customers. As a wholesaler, you can sell to both consumers and retailers. All right. How does copyright work on Comic Distro? You, as a creator, are both the copyright holder and publisher of all works created using Comic Distro. When creating your work's copyrighted page, you should list yourself as the copyright holder and publisher. As a member of Comic Book Distro, you may only publish and post content that you own and have permission to. Everybody knows that, so stop acting up. All right, so how much does it cost for comic book creators to use Comic Distro? Creating is free to create. When a customer purchases your book, Comic Distro takes a 7.5% commission. So now, that's after cost of doing business. Remember, they take 7.5 minus printing and shipping. So whatever that is, they take. Can I use Comic Distro in conjunction with another publishing or distribution company? Comic Distro does not restrict the publishing or distribution of your work in any way. We recommend that you fully understand the terms and conditions of all businesses with which you engage in. So far, so good. Sounds awesome. So I'm going to go into payment policy. How are creators paid? Creators receive the money they are owed via PayPal. Where do creators see how much they made? The money the creator is owed will be visible in the account and the earnings. When does a creator get paid? A creator will be paid after they make a request for payment through Comic Distro. All of their book orders from all sales transactions must be completed. The status of the transaction IDs for all orders must be deemed delivered. Okay, what is the minimum withdrawal amount? $20. What if a creator doesn't reach the minimum? If Comic Distro owes the creator less than $20 for book sales, Comic Distro reserves the right and discretion to hold creators' earnings until $20 is reached. So in a nutshell, I recommend that all you indie creators out there, check it out. My recommend also is, if you're going to go this route, make sure you have several books in the pipeline. Because as soon as somebody picks you up, they will drop you if you don't have a consecutive. So if you're putting it up there and you really want the publishers to take you seriously, the retailers, and you have a series, have a few in the pipeline, try it out, give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen, right? So this is a great opportunity for the little guy to get the stuff out. But there's one thing that I noticed that they mentioned was the communication between the retailers and the creators. That sounds great ideally when you have a couple of dozen. But because I think what's going to happen is hundreds of creators are going to be flooding to this. There's no way a retailer is going to want to communicate with hundreds of creators. It's just not going to happen. So I don't see anything here that says anything about an app. So it still says that you have to go to the website. That's a good start. I think an app will be great because you could do everything there. And it doesn't negate the fact that you, as a creator, really need to hustle as well. Don't just assume because now you're in Comic Distro that the retailers are going to get your stuff. You have to do the marketing. You have to make sure that you are communicating to all those retailers out there and you engage. And hopefully there's a database that has them in there so that you can send promos to. And once everything's live, I'll test it out and I'll give you feedback. But it's definitely a step in the right direction for the comic book community. Diamond had a stranglehold on the industry, and Diamond, unfortunately for them, failed to innovate and adjust their business plan, which is why they're paying the price now for the monopoly that they've had for years. And I think after the pandemic and social distancing, a lot of the publishers and the ones with power realized that they had other options. They weren't limited anymore. They didn't have to be restricted and pay these crazy fees and all this other stuff. So, Comic Distro, check it out. My recommends, check it out, give it a shot, see what's up. I know I will. So, that was the topic of the day. Don't forget, April 29th, we launched Catch The Crazees #3 on Kickstarter. Please hit the link below in the summary and sign up on our launch page. We want to hit 100 backers. That's our goal this time. 100 backers. The highest we've gotten was 64, I think it was. We want to get to 100 backers. We will be live on the 29th from 7 o'clock, 7 to 9. And we will be holding raffles. And we really want to see that number move that first day. We love to get as many backers on that first day as possible. And we have a great incentive for first day backers. You don't want to miss it. And if you don't know what that is, check out the previous show, link below, where we talked about all of the rewards and perks. On the forbidden side of it, we're almost done. The colorist is down to the last 5 pages coloring. Once that's done, it'll be off to the printers for the book. The sketchbook's already sent to the printers. The bookmarks, the pinups, all that stuff was already sent to the printers. And for those of you who had shirts, they're already mailed out to you guys. So you're going to get the shirts before you get everything else. So the goal is hopefully mid-April, everything is shipped out. So cross your fingers. We're almost there. I'm almost done with the sketch cards as well. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Recommend it to your friend. If you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up. Show me that thumbs up, that love. Let me know what you think. If you like this topic, let me know. If you want me to do a follow-up, hit me up. But I'm going to try to get the people behind Comic Distro on the show, because I think it'd be great to hear directly from the horse's mouth. With that said, I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. If you want to sponsor a show, hit this link below. As little as $5 to $10. 30-second promo. You promote your event. You promote your new book release. You promote the comic book con that you're going to, or your Kickstarter campaign. I'm Sam the Crazy Man Vera. This is the Crazy and Tell Less. You have a blessed day. Peace.